A man is sitting in his father's house in Netherlands right now. He was just deported from the US, and before he left, while he was locked up inside a tent in Texas desert, he talked three strangers out of killing themselves. He was not a counselor, he was not a staff, he was just another detainee. The guard, he says they were placing bets on who gets to go first. Also in today's episode, Attorney General of the US just got fired, and the man who replaced her used to be Trump's personal criminal defense lawyer. Camp East Montana, El Paso, Texas, sitting on the grounds of the U.S. Army base. It is the largest immigration facility in America, up to 3,000 people inside those tents on any given day. The majority, no criminal records, no charges, just held. This week, NPR published findings from an ICE inspection conducted in February. 49 violations of detention standards, inadequate medical care, failure to document suicide prevention checks, staff who witnessed use of force and never filed reports, and in one case, a detainee escaped because nobody was assigned to watch the fence. 3 people have died at that facility since October. A woman who survived told NPR she lost 35 pounds. Detainees hid crackers under their shirts because the food was inedible. When people get sick, drink water. Here's a Tylenol. Owen Remsink, a man who now is in Netherlands, said he beat on windows screaming at guards, "You're killing us." He said they laughed. The company running this facility has never operated detention center before. They were handed a $1.3 billion contract anyway. When federal inspectors asked for staffing numbers, the company refused to provide them. DHS protocols are in place. The inspection reports say otherwise. Yesterday, Thursday, April 2nd, Trump fired his Attorney General. Pam Bondi posted on Truth Social, called her a great American patriot, said she was transitioning to a private sector, similar language to Kristi Noem. She was in Florida when it happened. No other job lined up from the looks of it. The Epstein files, Bondi came in promising full transparency. What the public got was a binder-handed conservative influencers with most nothing new inside. Trump's own house turned on her hard, and she could not deliver prosecution of Trump's political enemies. Cases against James Comey and Letitia James both collapsed before they even got traction. So she was out. The acting attorney general is now Todd Blanche, a man who sat beside Trump in a New York criminal courtroom on his personal defense lawyer less than 2 years ago. The reported permanent replacement, Lee Zeldin, current EPA administrator, minimal prosecutional experience. This is now who oversees immigration courts, deportation orders, every legal mechanism touching peoples in those tents in Texas and across the nation. Now, the online chatter is that the East Camp Montana or the Camp East Montana inspection was conducted in February. It dropped publicly this week, the same 48-hour window as Bondi's firing. Immigration attorneys and civil rights activists are asking the obvious question: when a cabinet firing dominates every headline, what gets buried underneath it? The woman who lost 35 pounds in a government tent? The man who saved 3 lives with no authority to do so? The billion-dollar contract handed to a company with 0 experience that refused to answer federal inspectors? And now, a person responsible for accountability in that entire system is a man whose last job was keeping the president out of prison. Now, what does oversight look like inside the structure? For people still in those tents tonight, the question does not get and have a clear answer. Now, is this your first time here? Welcome. This is what we do. Human stories, hard facts, no fillers. Subscribe so you don't miss what's next. We post multiple times a week and we go places other channels probably won't. So drop a comment, tell us or tell me what landed the hardest, and I can't speak, and share this with others who needs to see it. We're going to try to keep our episodes under 5 minutes. The most we might do is going to be 5 minutes and 30 seconds or so, but we'll keep it around that benchmark moving forward. I leave you all in the care of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.